navyokupenda huongezeka zaidi kila jioni. Navyokupenda navyokupenda huongezeka zaidi kila jioni. Navyokupenda huongezeka zaidi kila jioni. Jioni, 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 kila jioni. Jioni, 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 kila jioni.
Just a quick question.
Before we finish, maybe maybe can you tell us how you guys, the two of you, how you met and maybe what has kept you together? Because working together, it's not easy, but you guys are still working together. We would like to know how you guys get to know each other.
Okay, so Ethan and I met at a competition like 3 years ago. We were competing for guitar and he ended up winning. I came in third. So what happened after that, he'd seen some of my performances. I was just starting out in playing music, performing rather. So he saw some of the songs that I performed and he was like, you know what, I think this song would do so good in studio, you should come through and then we record. We recorded the song and then we lost the files. But later on, having seen the experience of what that was for me, I was like, you know what, I actually want to do, I want to record my music. So I hit him up like 5-6 months later and I was like, I think I'm ready. And he was like, you know what, let's do it. So from 3 years ago, we've just been working together, making music when we can, just pushing each other. And I'd say he literally just got me into the game, man. So yeah.
And it's so interesting that you're saying it like that, Ju. I feel like the moment Kin and I started working together, push yake, yani the way anajituma, the way anaweka kazi, kama it helps to keep my fire burning, you know. Juu unajua ukiwa ukipatana na mtu na pia ako as excited about music as you are, you feel like you're not alone in the journey. So thank you, man.
Thank you, Maisy.
Yeah.
Bless one.
Just to ask, because I've seen you quite a number of times performing before, and if I'm not wrong, I stand corrected, you used to work with King Kaka Empire. Yeah, so how is it from when you started and now? And number two, because Sautisol has announced they're closing down Sautisol. Do you think you're the next Sautisol? Are you taking the space, or who do you want to take the space if it's not you?
Well, the journey for me genuinely has been very, imekuwa eye-opening. Kuna vitu mingi zenye nimelearn along the way. Kuna so many people wenye nimemeet along the way. So hapo tu naweza sema the journey imekuwa poa. Just isn't too much into the details. Lakini about the second question is about
Sautisol.
About Sautisol. Well, I feel like I really love Sautisol, obviously, manze, yani vitu wamefanya for the industry. But labda ni juu we're not particularly a band. Yeah, so ni ngumu kusema we are the next Sautisol, but na feel wametengeneza a very beautiful way for everybody.
Yeah.
At least hivyo so inamaanisha we can also create things now from penye wameiweka.
Yeah, tunacheki standard yenye wamefika and we are like, okay, if that is achievable, what more can we achieve with the amount of time that they have? And pia natupea two goals, tunaangalia tuko like, okay, wamefika level fulani, it's only fair that we surpass that because it's eye-opening for the generation in Itakam. So that 10 years down the line, when people look at us, they're like, you know what, Ethan and Kinoti got to a certain point. I think it's about time we surpassed it. Just to bring that culture, to bring that psyche, you know, vitu zingine ziache kukaa unachievable, like playing stadiums and doing all these things that are done around the world. We want to make them happen, and I feel like it's about time we got to doing that.
The reason why I've said Sautisol is because the journal that you're doing is almost the same. You're doing a journal that almost look the same as Sautisol. Now, do you think break up, and of course they are going to be single artists, do you think that you can give a push to be able to get to the standard that they were? That was the question.
I get you. No, genuinely, I actually feel like when people will start to talk about like the journey of Kenyan music, and I feel ni kama with what we are doing, this is a pivot. Kutakuwa na very significant moments of time that people will be talking about, and this moment, two independent artists, anyway, we're not even trying to be mainstream, filling up stadiums, filling up malls that is in a shutdown. Watu tutakuwa naongelelea about vitu kama hizo, and one of those things itakuwa KICC. So I feel like tuko genuinely in that trajectory and in that space already. What like big Kenyan artists are doing, and so I'm happy that tuko kwa hiyo space.
The vision can only grow bigger, and I feel like Friday for us is the beginning of something new. Not only for us, but for so many people. The levels to which Kenyan music the heights to which Kenyan music can go to, itakuwa so clear that by the time tunaangalia back on Friday, on Saturday or Sunday, people will be like, you know what, we as Kenyan artists can actually do it.
And maybe lastly, you can't go without me asking this stupid question. I know it's just a common one. Was that stage in Ulipanda and people didn't give you the fact that you were expecting? Has there been one? And number two, ushai tukana tu kutoka kwa stage uambiwe talk?
I feel like for me hizo experiences imekuwa, but way earlier on, I think like 2 years back, I was playing at a show, and then after I did like 2 songs, actually it's only my friends, like 5 of them walikuwa, and then just some few other people. It was at a club per se. And then after playing my first 3 songs, the person who was emceeing akaniambia ninyamaze, DJ acheze. Wase wamesema wanataka kuenjoy DJ kiasi. So that's happened to me, honestly. Ilikuwa demoralizing, but inakupea tu hiyo bidii ya kusonga.
Okay, you now.
Man.